Alright, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to install WordPress on your cPanel account. So the first thing you need to do is actually log into your cPanel. Once you're logged into your cPanel, you can actually go ahead and scroll down all the way to software called Softaculous. A lot of times, about 99.9% your web hosting provider would actually have this installed in their cPanel. So it will be a lot easier for you to actually install WordPress. What you can do is once you get into Softaculous app installer, you can go ahead and click on the WordPress. If you don't see this right here, all these tabs right here, you can actually still click on the Softaculous. Now that depends if the license is not expired. Now, if it's expired, you're gonna have to contact your web hosting provider to actually get it renewed again. Okay. So what you need to do is click on WordPress right here. Now, for those people that don't have this option right here, you can also go in the sidebar. If you don't see this page, you can go ahead and type it in on your left hand side, or you could just type in WordPress and it'll come out right there. And then you can click on it, and then that's technically it will take you to the page where to install WordPress. And then you just have to look it up right here in the bottom right corner. It says install now. We're gonna click on that one. So as you notice right here, we have types of version. So this is the latest version right now is a 5.4.1. You can also select different versions like older versions of WordPress. Now, why do you want to have this type of selection? Technically, there's some people out there that have older templates that not compatible with the newer version of WordPress. So, do you want to actually like install the older version that their template is actually compatible with? Just keep in mind whenever you actually do install an older version, you might be prone to security issues because, like for example, they might have some old scripts that, like plugins for WordPress that actually able to inject virus and be able to hack your website and all that stuff. So you got always gonna want to be careful with that. Now, there's also a virus scanner. It's highly advised if you're installing an older version. Make sure you always scan your website at least once a week inside cPanel. You can, go from left and right um, from there and just try to install. Try to scan the virus scanner. Now, having said that, the bottom right here, if you want to have HTTPS, you can go ahead and click on the HTTPS, which is now standard with Google's algorithm. They want you to actually have SSL installed, so you don't need to like mess around to like put HTTPS. You can just go ahead and click that one. Now, if you're a fan of having www dot in front of your domain name, you can also click on HTTPS with a /www.yourdomain.com. All right, so on this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and install the HTTPS alone because it's just too much to type for www. Okay, and then as you notice right here, it has an extension of WP. So what this thing does, it's actually taking you to a directory. So directory is technically something that yourdomain.com slash staging if you want to have a test WordPress site first before you actually want to make it live on the main page. So, but if you want to just go ahead and install in the main page, what you can do is just click on this directory folder right here and then actually just delete that or remove it. Um, that's how you install it in the root directory. Now, you got your site name is technically whatever your website's name is or your company name is. That's technically what you put there. And then the site description is technically what your business is all about. Um, then you also have the enable multiple site WordPress. So this one is the feature will enable multiple site option for your WordPress blog. Like your server must support Apache, which is, cPanel is already um, built in with Apache and all that stuff. Um, and then you have your username. You can select your username, you can change it. Instead of admin, you can put like, whichever one is easier for you to remember. And then your password, so that way you don't need to be messing around again, changing your password after when it's installed. And then the email address where you want notifications to go or try to retrieve for a password if you ever forget your password. Okay. All right. So you got also multiple login attempts right here. On this selected plugins, you can also click on this to actually get this thing installed automatically. So what this thing does is, like, if somebody try to log into your backend, which is yourdomain.com/WP, which is the login area, and they have like several attempts, this will actually block those hackers from trying to get in, trying to guessing the password. And then you also have the classic editor. So this classic editor is normally not available anymore by default with WordPress. The reason why you would want to install this, because if you're a type of person that still likes to see the code or the HTML part of whatever you're actually editing inside a new page in WordPress, this is a really big help because you can switch back and forth from modern, which you just copy and paste, or from your um, document file, or if you want to see the code, that's technically where it's gonna help you out. And then the WP Central is the manage multiple WordPress. So this technically you'll be able to like manage both of them. It's another plugin where you can connect almost all of your WordPress sites at one login. Okay. You have your advanced mode. So advanced mode technically, the database. If you want to actually be able to remember your database name easily, because you have multiple sites installed, multiple WordPress websites installed on your cPanel and your single account inside cPanel, and you're trying to delete a website later on, or you're trying to like go in because you need to change some settings and the database, like changing a password, if you're trying to retrieve your password but yet your email is not, you're not getting the email from the retrieve password or the reset password. So this will be a big help for you to like change it to something, like the name of the domain name. Okay. All right. So same exact thing with the prefix. Not really that much important though. And then you can also do the automatic upgrade if you like to have your website or WordPress keep on automatically updating when there's a new version. I normally would not want to actually click that one because that's technically going to break sometimes your WordPress template and your content that was actually created on the WordPress template. Because sometimes if you have a template that's actually not um, from a major source that similar to what you're buying, that they get resold over and over, those ones have updates. But if you got your WordPress website template made, custom made, um, you might not want to put the automatic upgrade on it to the latest version, because if it breaks, then you're gonna have to hire the developer again to kind of try to fix your template. Okay. And then you can also do the backup. You can put a local folder right there, and you can do it once a day or once a week, once a month. Have in mind this will also take up your space depending on how much space you have with your website. um, you can just select that one, and so that way it doesn't fill in um, your disk space available for you. Okay. All right, and then you can also do like the retention. So like if you only want to have like one copy a day, that's technically is, or four copies inside of the whole entire week. All right. Then you can select the template right here if you don't have one, but if you do, I mean, you don't really technically need to like pick this one. Normally, these type of templates don't come with the demo content on them, so you're gonna technically try to build it from scratch, okay? Because they're free. So let's go ahead and proceed to install it. All right. So it might take a couple seconds. It's a little bit faster. Depending on your web hosting company, this could take up to 3 or 4 minutes. But if your web hosting company actually have a little bit faster server, like here in Optimal Geek, we actually provide you with free SSL certificate automatically. Um, we also have a really fast server, so this would not have any problem like installing it. All right, so here we are. We actually can go to the directory and right there. So you have the newly built website. And then if you want to log in, all you have to do is, WP admin. Then that's it. You're right there. Or you can go back to right in this area where it says this will take you automatically towards the login area. Okay. I just realized I was actually already on a different page where it wasn't recording earlier, or which is I was on this area right here that the WordPress was already installed. Okay, so if you have any questions or please feel free to leave a comment below and subscribe and like the button and turn on your notification bell. Thank you again, and you guys have a good day.